Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here today with just a random layout that I wanted to get done and figured that I would record. No hops, no sketches, no nothing, just picture of me taking a picture of my grandson and the pictures of my grandson. So I decided that I wanted to make this layout as soon as I saw this picture of me. And so I am going to use my Discover and Create by Vicki Boutin. I have the 6x8 paper pad, the 12x12 paper pad, the mixed media paper pad, as well as quite a few embellishments, stickers, puffies, some wordy bits, things of that nature. I'd like to get a few things used up. So I have my papers, my embellishments, my pictures, and an idea. So let's see how this goes. Y'all, it took me 4 times to get that first part of this video done, like the voiceover part. I am tongue-tied, and maybe it's because it's like midnight, but I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to use this dandelion paper. It is so pretty. I love the shade of blue. I wanted something that was going to look really lovely with that purple, but not, I didn't want to go too dark. And some of the embellishments I'd already picked out were in this same shade, so I decided I'd go with this lovely paper. I didn't want to cover too much of the mixed media, so I decided instead of using like a big piece of that dandelion paper that I would mat my pictures in it. So I trimmed my pictures down to, all these 4 right here are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, and my papers were trimmed to 4 by 3 or 3 by 4. And then my bigger picture was a 4 by 6, and I trimmed it down enough to where it would fit on a 4 by 6 paper. So I get that down. I already have the scrap of ledger paper, so I wanted to use that for my journaling because it's the same color as that dandelion paper. And so I'm going to put that over here because I really don't want to cover too much of this mixed media on the background because it's so neat, and I love these random like extra bits and pieces of purple that are sticking out. So I maneuver where I put my little pictures so that you can see all those little bits and pieces of like a stenciled out, ink. And then I did distress the outside of that journaling space, and then I tuck it underneath the picture because I don't need a ton of space, but I do want some. And then I found this yellow card that says things to remember, and I really wanted to put that on here. Plus it helps cover over, there was like a big tissue box on the corner of the table right where my mom took this picture, and so it's kind of eyeball distracting, like it kind of pulls you in. Not as much as those cute pictures of my grandson, by the way, but I did think that it was kind of distracting, so I cover it over pretty good. So to explain these pictures, the first picture, like I said, is me taking a picture of my grandson. And yes, I look peculiar because my phone's up by my nose. I mean, if you could like really zoom in, my eyes are open, like I'm looking like totally weird. And so my mom thought it was really funny because she watches me do this all the time because I take pictures of my grandson every day. And so sometimes I do it like this to where like I've got him in my arms and I'm doing this little like mini photo shoot of him. And so she took this picture because she wanted me to see how silly it looked. But as soon as she sent it to me, see, there's that Kleenex box, and it just is really like a bold color, so I felt like it kind of pulled away. So anyway, as soon as she sent it to me though, I just had this thought of what I wanted to do with it, because when she's taking that, those pictures over there on the right side is what I'm actually seeing, and the pictures I'm getting from holding my phone and looking ridiculous. So I decided I wanted to title this is what they see and this is what I see. And so I thought that was really fitting because, like I said, people make fun of me all the time because I make funny faces and like stand in weird ways, or like lay on my side, or, whatever. I am not a little girl physically, so there are some things I probably should not be doing, but sometimes you got to do things to get the right picture. And so sometimes I do these silly, ridiculous things to take these pictures of my grandson or whatever. I don't care. It ended up perfectly lovely because look at how daggone cute these pictures are. So it's kind of like a little story. Like he was awake, but he's starting to slip, like his eyes getting a little more closed, and then he yawns, and then he's out cold. And these pictures probably happen within moments of each other, like a couple minutes. And I probably have another 15, 20 pictures pretty close to these exact ones. So I just picked the 4 that told the story best. But I just love the concept of saying, you know, this, I may look ridiculous, but in the end, this is what happens. And it's perfectly, you know, I don't care. I love it. I had pulled a couple arrows that I wanted to use to kind of like point to the pictures or point to the words, whatever. And it wasn't working for me like where I really wanted it. So I kind of made it work for me. And then I have this other little arrow that I put up at the top, you know, pointing down to the picture where it says, this is what, you know, they see. And then I have these little tags from the embellishment kit. One says noteworthy. The other one says beauty in the everyday. Because this is just just a regular day, nothing spectacular other than the fact that that baby is so dang cute. I take a picture, at least one, of him every single day, usually in my arms or in his bed or both or whatever. Some days I take 100 pictures. I don't know. I haven't looked to see what my total number of pictures of AJ is yet. He'll be 3 months on the 23rd, which is hard for me to believe. But anyway, so I pulled like a light purple moonlight pen to journal on this little blue card. And on that, I just wrote, while I'm taking a picture of my grandson, my mom's taking a picture of me taking a picture of my grandson because she thinks it's funny. And obviously, I agree because it is pretty funny. But then on the yellow card, it says things to remember. And I wrote, 1, AJ takes great pictures. 2, as long as you're safe, do whatever it takes to get a great picture. And 3, all pictures of AJ are great. And then I have other little wordy bits on here, and I put like the glasses and some flowers just for some icons. But I love the way this turns out, and like from a distance, it was harder to see that what they see, that like up close, like when I'm looking at it, it's very obvious what that says. But I just love the way this turned out. It makes me really happy. I got this layout done in 30 minutes or less, and that's what with texting back and forth with a friend. So I'm really thrilled with how quickly this came together and how much I adore it. I don't know how much I'll be here this month. Like, I'm trying to be here as often as I can, but life is crazy. It's the holidays, and I've got presents to make. Don't tell my family. And so, who knows? But I'll be here as often as I can because I definitely am enjoying getting these little layouts like this done. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout. I'd love it for you to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for sticking around, hanging out with me. I absolutely adore you all. I hope you have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. And happy scrapping.